Good morning, guys, and Merry Oryxmas. I know I kind of missed the boat for a video breaking down the event, and TLDR, it's really just here's how to do the Cogbolt Steamworks, here's some awards for doing it. But I still wanted to make an Oryxmas video. And so today, here I am briefly covering the Easter eggs you can find in the Nexus. Now, if you don't know, whenever there's an event, obviously they will reskin the Nexus. Um, and a lot of times they'll hide things in the map. Now, there's nothing going to be anything like game breaking or instant max your character or hit level 20 immediately. Nothing crazy like that, but there's a bunch of hidden little goodies all over the map. And if you want to experience those yourself and just go out and explore the Nexus, do it right now. So I'm about to start spoiling all the little secrets you can find in the 2022 Oryxmas Nexus. So, to start with, if you've played Realm of the Mad God, you've noticed, there's Christmas trees and presents and stuff everywhere. And the Nexus buildings themselves, I'll zoom in on the map up here, they've actually been expanded. So you still have the Wall of Fame area, you still have the Guild Hall, um, but a new area that is not normally in the Nexus is underneath the main square area. You have this little present room, and yeah, it's nothing crazy, but cool. It's just a little present room. I love that. I love these little tiny things. In addition to this present room, you can actually so anywhere you see these little gates, you can actually walk through. They're not those aren't windows, those are gates. And if you want to leave from down here, you can actually go right here because there's gates there underneath this red. And no, it's not underneath red everywhere. It's just in this spot it's like that because there are other red squares that you can't go through. Like this, for example. Um, but yeah, along with the main Nexus area, over here, past the left guild or the left Grand Bazaar, you'll find just this little Christmas themed restaurant. It looks like, and as far as I can tell, there's nothing you can really do in here. But it's just this neat little bit of terrain. I like how it looks. I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday, so it was cool finding this and just being like, oh, look how cozy this looks. Now you can eat IRL with your Realm of the Mad God GF? Confirmed? Confirmed? Anyways, I'm gonna skip forward a second and take you to the pseudo Mario Kart racetrack. So, if you've left the Nexus and gone up to the top left of the map, you'll run upon this strange patch of ice with a little town in the center here. Well, first, I love all these little ice statues. I think this is really cool. You've got Medusa, you've got dragons, you've got the fairy queen from the Candyland. You've got all kinds of cool stuff in here. I love all the little ice statues, but alongside that, you see us as say start a countdown for a race. There's a little snowman and a little racetrack here. And I'll zoom in on my new mini map, and you can actually see the path that it follows. These are supposed to speed you up. I think they might. Not really sure. Haven't done extensive testing. Haven't done extensive racing with my buddies. But if you and a couple friends want to just have a Mario Kart race inside Realm of the Mad God, get some characters with the same speed value, and just talk to the snowman. And then when you type in start, it will actually it says when the light turns green, watch the tree over here. You'll see it's red, yellow, green, and then you would go and you just race around. It's a pretty straightforward track, but it's a lot of fun to just do this with buddies once or twice, see who's the best racer. There's a couple obstacles like this that if you hit, you'll stop, bounce off, and you'll lose your momentum because this race is like entirely on ice, so keeping your momentum is really important. Wonder if I can. Okay, no, never mind. I was wondering if you could keep your momentum from the katana swing, but I guess not. Yeah, you just race around real quick, and that's it. It's not, again, nothing crazy, but it's a neat little like, ah, neat. This is cool. What a neat little side games. Like when you're tired of actually playing around with the Mad Guide, you can just go on the Nexus and pretend you got these white bag drops for yourself by beating Oryx 3 or Lucrix down here, or these are like early dungeons. These two, I think. I just can't remember who, but yeah, just another neat little thing. Alongside this, over to the right, you'll see that big pink dot on the mini map. I'll head over there next, and I'll skip ahead. Actually, I just realized before I go up there, there's just kind of this big bazaar looking area on the mini map, just above your Nexus area, and that's just this little Christmas town. And if you've ever been to Germany, they have Christmas markets, where from like November 15th to December 15th, there'll just be all these little marketplaces where you can buy all sorts of Christmas goodies, ornaments, Christmas snacks, desserts, a really tasty drink called Glühwein, which is like spiced or mulled wine, and that's very tasty. And this looks a lot like that. So I love this little area. And I just wanted to point it out to you guys. In the very center, there's a Christmas tree with some presents, in this little ice, almost like an ice skating rink area here. And I just love all this stuff. It's just cutesy. It doesn't really matter, but it's neat. And if you head north from this area, you'll find a kind of gingerbread village. So let me follow this way. Now, if you try and enter this area, so it's roughly a square up in here. If you try and go around, you actually can't enter. There's invisible walls. So the only way to get into and out of this gingerbread area is to walk into these front gates that are right above this little town here. And you can just see a bunch of little gingerbread houses, um, gingerbread deer, candy cane lollipops, and then even an ice cream cone hermit god. And I think this is awesome. I love this because back when the Void event happened, there was a Void Hermit God that would appear in waters off of the coast, basically. Like, when you go off to the edge of the map, there'd be, like, a Void Hermit God that would randomly spawn out there. And I just love that there's this little ice cream cone one. This is great. Um, Based on a previous event, I tried to check and see if you could, like, enter these little houses. You cannot, at least on the ones I've tested. I'm pretty sure I've tested all of them. Oh god, am I stuck? That would be not bueno. Anyways, I love all these little events and things. I think it's neat walking around and finding stuff. Am I actually okay? I got free. I was like, am I actually stuck? There's a lot of invisible walls in these areas, so just be careful when you're walking around. Trickster is very useful for exploring. I just didn't do it this time, but I'll go ahead and skip ahead until we get to this little lake over here. So if you wander over here to the right, you'll just find a big lake, and there's nothing really special about this. It's just a little ice lake. Maybe you can run around with your friends. Again, nothing crazy, just a neat little area. From here, though, you can follow the river down because if you follow it on the map, there's this big wooded area, and it's kind of like I don't know if I can really call it a maze. It's kind of a maze, though, kind of. So if we wander down the river over here, you'll see if you zoom in the minute, you can actually see like this little red bit inside. And I was like, I want to know what's in there. But you'll notice there's like it looks like there's a path, but because I'm dumb, I didn't find the entrance file. Then I was like, oh look, it's right here, right beside the bridge and the main path. You wander through here for a second, or if you just take a trickster and jump twice, you'll just come to this little clearing in the center. And again, nothing crazy, no like secret thing to go in, but I love Easter eggs, man. They're so cool. I think they're really fun. After this, though, I will come out. If you follow through, I think you come out on the bottom side. Yeah, you come out over here. And underneath this, there's a little dock. And do I know why there's a dock? No, but there is one. And I love all these little decorations, man. I love Christmas favorite holiday. And I was just exploring the Nexus because I didn't have all this uncovered. I was just wandering around and I was like, oh look, a little bridge. Oh, there's some wood. What could possibly be over here? And I just wander along and a dock. Okay, not what I expected, and a bunch of colored boats. This is cool. I love this kind of stuff. I love it. I've not figured out any, like, special events that occur. I wish, like, if you walked over here, you saw, like, the candy cane hermit god or whatever, or if you could, like, get in these boats and drive around. But I still love the event that is here, and I'm just now spotting another brand new thing I didn't notice before. So I've wandered the whole map and uncovered everything, right? And if you look over here, there are some familiar shapes. So we're just gonna go down there so I can zoom in a bit more for you guys. Because when I was wandering, I didn't actually notice it. But yeah, now that I'm standing here, uh, this 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 might look familiar. Maybe this looks familiar to you. Uh, like a certain character class. Because what I saw on the map, I looked, and if you zoom in on the mini map, you can see this. That's awesome. Again, Deca didn't have to do this. This may be a recycle from other stuff. But I just love these little tiny things like this. This is cool. You got a little Oryx and a little Knight just over here chilling. And I just now noticed. I've already walked over here. I already walked and uncovered all this area. I checked on the outskirts to see if there was like. So in previous events, there's been outskirts where you can't actually. Uh, so you get to the edge and you think you're at the edge, but there's like a piece of white water or passable terrain here, and you can trickster jump and actually find an exterior area. But as far as I know, that's all the goodies here. You've got the lake, you've got the Candy Cane Village, you've got the Mario Kart racetrack, you've got the forest, the dock, the Oryx and the Knight in the Ice. You've got the extra gift area. You've got the Christmas Town Market Village area. You've got this big path that kind of goes around the entirety of the little map here. And then over here, you've got some more just random Christmas stuffs. So it's all cool and dandy. Nothing crazy, but just neat, you know? Neat. Cool, Deca. We love Easter eggs. Please continue to do things like this. I really enjoy stuff like this in the minimap. I hope you guys do too. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of a weird one for me. Normally I make guides and stuff, but I wanted to share this cool thing that I found with you guys in case you don't randomly wander on the Nexus like me sometimes. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and like the video. And thanks to my patrons as always. But until next time, keep beefy boys and Merry Christmas. Bye.
Hello there.